We be live.
Serving shaitan with a smile.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. That's great.
Well, I do
missed
that. I do that on these.
Yeah.
Yeah. On these,
Yeah, you're right.
we
You're
finally settled on one. I've actually got still like, maybe like 10 or 12 that I'd written down. Maybe one day I'll pull them out. We should do that like for like the patrons or the members only or something. Give perks. Just like a video of just me, just like 5 minutes long, just listing off different. No, that'd be terrible. Nobody would watch that.
I wish it. I wish it. All right, so we are doing Sneako today. We're going over Sneako. Did you hear about this? Did you hear what's happening?
I haven't, but let me just make sure I'm on the same page, because I'm not always as knowledgeable and up to date on all of the drama in the Dawah community and stuff. But I want to make sure I understand Sneako's kind of rise to Islamic fame. Now, Sneako was a Twitch streamer, right? He just like did games or whatever, just the normal Twitch stuff, just doing that for a while. And then one day was like, this whole Islam thing sounds great. I'm going to go into that. And then just kind of jumped into that and then was really loved by the community. Is that kind of the basic plot?
Right.
Here?
So just to be clear, guys, yes, this is old news, as Kelvin is pointing out. Okay, but Kelvin, that's not what's new. What's kind of new is this. Okay, so Ali Dawah just had a video reacting to it, so talking about this. So this part is new. So I know Kelvin is trying to like, oh, you guys are so late. Blah, blah, blah.
Well, I know he converted a little while ago. Like, we're not, yeah.
No. Yeah, but well, I mean, this part, actually, this is not that old. This is 8 days old. So if you look at, so Sneako, so this is, I don't know what Kelvin is talking about. Is Kelvin talking about the part where Sneako became Muslim? That's old.
Yeah.
Him quitting Islam, that's not old at all. That's 8 days old, Kelvin. And what's even newer. Oh, wait a minute.
Just late at night.
No, what I mean is late at night. Okay, what the hell?
We'll stop criticizing you, Kelvin. Sorry. We appreciate.
No, I'm gonna go back to pretend. No. I'm gonna go back. Like, I'm gonna ignore this comment. I'm going to keep pretending like Kelvin is acting that this news is old. Okay, ignore the part that he's clarifying. I'm gonna.
Thank you for being here, by the way, Kelvin.
Yeah, Kelvin. First of all, Sneako is seemingly rage quitting Islam 8 days ago, and Ali Dawah just responded to this event 7 hours ago. So we're not late at all. Okay,
we are.
No, Kelvin, we're not agreeing. We're ignoring your clarification. We're acting like you're blaming us for being late on this. Okay. All right, so let's see. So I'm using 2 videos. One video from the channel, What Do You Meme, to explain to us Christian what is happening here. Wait, hold on. Yes. One for that, and the other one for this channel. Hold on, let me. This channel. This is for so that we review. Oh, wait a minute. Ali Dawah's review. These 2. Okay.
Nice.
So
nice.
So let's go to. Hold on. 1 second. Let's go to this one first. Why is it doing this like that? Hold on. Give me a second. 1 second.
Yeah. Hassan says it's not that late. It's only 3:30 a.m. here in the Gambia. Which, by the way, thanks for watching from the Gambia. Like, we love the fact that this is so global. Like, that's awesome.
Oh, no, man, not Newman is saying unannounced live stream. Yes, guys, we don't. That's why you have. Thank you for reminding us. This is why you have to hit the bell notification, because sometimes we just jump out of nowhere and do a live stream. So the only way for you to understand what's happening, the only way for you to know that we're going live, is for you to hit the bell notification. So please go ahead and do that. 3 okay. And yo, from France, this is what we're doing it at this hour. Wow, finally, we got your name right now, man. This is what we're doing it for Europeans, because we have a lot of European subscribers who
right.
who are upset about the time that we do the news usually. So this is what we. So please, if you're from Europe and you enjoy this hour of us doing the news, please make sure you like the stream, because if you don't, we're just gonna go back to doing everything on that other
That's
hour.
right.
Right.
We'll
Yes.
punish you. We will. We will. Am I allowed to say that? Is that okay? Will Susie yell at us later, or doesn't matter?
Yes, but she's not here, so go ahead. Yes. All right, so let's see what Sneako has been saying.
I am not moving into an Islamic.
Oh, this is double speed, isn't it? I have to remove it from double speed. Let me do this first.
Okay.
I am not moving into an Islamic. You people want me to move into a mosque. You betrayed us. Get a life, bro. Get a life. I'm done. I don't want to be in this.
But I'm not sure if I'm not sure if Sneako is even aware that Islam isn't like a MacBook. You can't just force quit when things aren't working. You might recall.
I think that's a lame. Is that a fair joke? Cheeto Sneako?
Oh, no. That's just because What Do You Meme, unfortunately, doesn't have any content that he can actually provide. This is something that's just pretty standard across a lot of Christian apologists. They just do the little pot shots like that. And I mean, like, I guess we could. I'd just rather criticize their actual arguments and stuff and their lack of evidence. So that's my preferred.
Right. That's a stupid joke.
Okay. I agree. But I mean, he's right on the thing about, like, it's not, Islam's just not a thing you could just like drop, you know. That's pretty clear from the whole like death to apostasy thing that's in the Quran, something. Yeah. So but whatever.
Okay.
We'll see.
Yeah.
When the famous streamer Sneako started raging while watching my video about his conversion to Islam.
This is what I'm so sick about, these fucking bot tubers.
But now it seems that he's raging once again, but only this time he's no longer doing it in defense of Islam, but because of Islam. This all started during his recent live streams when he started complaining more and more about all of the things that he's now expected to give up since converting to Islam. A few weeks ago, he was joined by fellow Muslim Myron from the Fresh and Fit podcast when the topic of real estate came up. Once Sneako realized that paying interest on a house was haram, which simply means forbidden in Arabic, this led Sneako to start listing off all of his frustrations with Islamic rules.
Having fun as a
Well, so yeah, I mean, didn't he do his research enough before he started this? I don't. Yeah, go on. What do you think?
No, come on, Armin. Hang on, come on. Are you actually asking if before people convert to a religion and just accept all the baggage that comes with it, that they actually go through and investigate and understand the criteria and like tenants and come on. No, of course he didn't. No, of course he didn't do that. But also, how silly is it? How like, it's silly and awesome that it's like Sneako found out you can't get like freaking tax and stuff, like this whole investment thing isn't gonna work out as well for you, bro. And he's like, oh, screw that. Yeah, I guess I'll just give up. Like, it's weird. Like, interest is haram, right?
Yeah, interest is haram in Islam, depending. Okay. Yeah, but the problem is that he has to be very careful, because if he says that it's not haram, then he becomes a murtad. He becomes an infidel. So he has to be very careful about it. Like, is he just gonna, as long as he just complains about being haram,
how
he
stupid
will still
it
be
is.
A Muslim.
Yeah, absolutely.
No, he can't say it's stupid.
Really?
Because he's saying the command of Allah is stupid.
Oh, that's a good point. No, I see it. Yeah, it's a good point. That's a good point.
That is straight out. That is straight out.
Yeah.
That is kufr. Yeah.
Okay.
Is this guy from the other podcast that just got canceled and demonetized? Is that the guy from that other show?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know the other guy that he mentioned. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Okay, well.
As an adult is so hard without alcohol. Like, what do you do?
Wow. Wait, you must have known this. Like, how did you not know that you can't drink alcohol?
Come on, man. That's like come on, Armin. That's ridiculous. That's like him. That's like somebody being like, oh man, like, I've been loving this whole Islam thing, but like, it's really hard to be an adult without like pork products. You know, it's like, come on, man. That's one of the basics. Like, you didn't know that? Come on.
Right. Islamic rules.
Having fun as an adult is so hard without alcohol. Like, what do you do? Like, you're like a robot. Like, you don't
It also
do.
just sounds really bad.
Like, what
Like, that
That
also
sounds
just,
sad.
it's literally
Yeah,
the like I'm not here to shame or criticize or anything. Like, look, forgot to read the setup guide. Yeah, no, man, that's good. But like, I'm a fan of people drinking responsibly, you know, and if they want to, if they so choose to, you know, being safe and being responsible with it. Like, but like, I feel like when you say the phrase, it's so hard to have fun without alcohol, that's literally like the classic line that people are like, so we're all here because we love you. And we just want to talk to you about how your alcoholism has affected us.
Right.
You know? It's like I love to drink with a good movie, you know, just as much as somebody else, but also like it's not really gonna change if I can't, right? Like it's still a good movie, you know, but whatever.
Numidian is saying, does he know that apostates get killed? Well, I mean, you do get the death. Yeah, so I mean, he doesn't
read
seem
that.
to be very.
I'm sure he did.
I mean, he doesn't seem to be very educated about Islam before entering Islam. So if he doesn't know, he's going to figure that out soon, because it seems like he doesn't like being a Muslim anymore, and he soon is going to discover.
But it's not
you can't just leave Islam.
Yeah. Okay, but like, just to be clear, Armin, for you and me, you know, because I wasn't raised in this, you know, space. So I just want to be clear, like, that's not like in the Quran, right? That like apostates get death. It's not like a command from Allah or anything, right? Because that would be bad for Sneako, but that's not the case, right? Just making sure.
It's in authentic hadith. It's in authentic mutawatir hadith. So it is in Islam.
So it is like really important. Yeah, it's pretty.
Yeah. You can't get that. You can't remove that from Islam. By the way, where are they? Where is this? This seems like I mean, aren't these people supposed to be rich? Where are they living? I don't understand.
I mean, I have my questions too. I'm also very interested in this just like random person sitting in the background in the middle of their stream. No idea who the person is. Could be a totally legitimate reason why they're there. I just think it's very odd. That's all I'm saying. It's just kind of strange.
I mean,
so
it doesn't. You don't have to work that hard to have a more decent, like this,
just a slightly better. I know, literally,
right.
you could very easily make.
I thought these people have a ton of money, but
I don't know. Maybe you keep the expenses low on stuff like that. You can spend a lot more money on other things, I guess. Not alcohol, apparently, because Sneako's just complaining about not drinking that. So I don't know. I know. Bitcoin.
What am I supposed to do now? Like, how much stuff do I have to give up? Pork, fun, alcohol, women, gambling.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like.
Do you not love that the first we went pork, and then we went to fun. like
fun,
that's how that's how much he's saying Islam sucks. He's like,
I know,
like, pork. Like, man, I think it's BS that we can't eat pork. But also, let's just be real. Islam sucks the fun out of the room. You know, like nobody has a good time.
I would say that his understanding of Islam is becoming more accurate as it goes, because when he says, like, what am I supposed to give up? Pork. What is another thing that is against Islam? Oh, I know. Fun. It's fun. Yeah.
It's like all the time when on the news, you and Susanna are like bringing up these things, you know, that various like Islamic regimes or whatever around the world, Islamic organizations, and it's like they take everything that's every little bit of beauty and joy, you know, just people just dancing in the street for 5 minutes, and Islam has to come along and just crush that. You know, and it's like constantly that's the case. So it's really nice to hear this guy just so blatantly being like, man, Islam hates joy. You know, that's just, I didn't say it. He did, you know?
You know, I was when Andrew Tate and Sneako were becoming Muslim, and Muslims were like, "Oh my God, this is amazing! What a major win for Islam!"
Totally.
This is great marketing. Now more people are going to discover Islam through this.
Course.
Was it not us that was saying like, maybe don't celebrate too early? This is going to backfire. I was like, are these people maybe on our side trying to go and destroy Islam from within? Because that seems like what's happening. And look at this major marketing point that people are like, oh my God, look how amazing. I think Muslims are like, maybe these people should not become Muslim. I think like they're gonna regret, because look how embarrassing this is. They're going in and they're bringing a lot of attention to Islam, and a lot of Muslims are like, oh my God, this is exactly what we needed. More attention to Islam, more people considering Islam as an option. So I advertise to more people. But now they're going around like, Islam is anti-fun. And great. Please, I'm so glad. Thank you, Sneako. Thank you for becoming a Muslim. Thank you for grabbing all of this attention and energy and resources, just so that when people are looking the most, you're saying like, this thing sucks. We could have never be as harmful to Islam as you are being right now. So thank you, Master.
And I hope that, because I think that is a phenomenal point. You know, I really, really do. It's like when somebody makes a very public announcement about like, I'm going to start doing this thing, and then very quickly after doing that is like, I'm not doing this thing anymore. It's like, oh, okay, that's a pretty telling statement. I also hope that this is an opportunity for us in the like atheist, non-religious, secular community, right? Like, I hope we recognize this moment and we see how quickly devout, you know, Muslims, the tribalism came into it, and they were just like, oh my gosh, these are our people, we love them, without doing the most basic Google search on either of them. Because I feel like if you did that, it's just pretty obvious neither of them were going to be really good Muslims, right? So
right, yeah, I know.
I hope that we in the supposedly skeptic community will make sure that when somebody just comes along and wants to just start professing like, I'm on your team, you know, that we don't just instantly are like, yeah, this is our guy, you know, that's our fucking golden child right there. Let's be skeptical. Let's please wait for the evidence, people. Like,
not be tribal.
Exactly. Not be tribal about this, but
yes.
Oh, well, it's backfiring for them and it's great for us.
Yeah.
That's a little tribal. I'm sorry. That was a little tribal right there, what I said. But it was tongue in cheek. It was
no, because you didn't specify what you mean by us. There you go.
Good.
Yeah.
Women, gambling,
women,
music, about everything.
Music.
I can't even invest my money. No.
You can invest, but you can't invest it into things that involve usury. But any real investment typically deals with interest, unfortunately.
Yeah, you can invest, but you cannot get it's not investment.
I heard
if you can.
This was a while ago. I know it's still up. But Abdullah Samir, he did a video going in depth on this and how there are apparently some like Dawah people out there who are talking about halal investments. And it is just fascinating the way that some people are twisting themselves in these knots, trying to pretend like this isn't actually interest. Like, technically you're accruing more money based on the money that you put in, but it's not interest. It's so silly. It's so silly. And it just shows how religion it cannot be from some all-knowing, all-powerful creator, y'all. Like, there's no way that Allah in his infinite wisdom was like, don't make money off of investments. Like, that's so stupid.
Yeah. I mean, they try to pretend like they try to come up with ways to make interest look not like interest, but it's always
interest. It's still the same concept.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just how it is.
They're saying credit cards are haram.
Yeah.
But here's what things start.
Well, you should have checked these things before. Oh my god. I'm gonna skip this part. Gotta look at this part. Oh my god.
Things like this.
Trannies, like, oh my.
Wait, go back.
To Sneako saying things like this.
We get it. Porn is bad. Haram! Don't do that. It's a sin.
Oh my god, you have no idea what a major backlash this is gonna cause. Look at what he's saying. Like, this is gonna make so many people angry. Like, I don't know if he knows about the tsunami that is going to be go on.
With his faith has led to Sneako saying things like this.
We get it. Porn is bad. Haram! Don't do that. It's a sin.
Oh my god, like I would never thought in my wildest dream, like Islam getting such a major highlight, getting so much attention, and that highlight turning into like, oh, haram, like making fun of Muslims, calling things haram.
See,
this is the biggest, the platform that was supposed to be one of the biggest platforms after Andrew Tate in advertising Islam is now grabbing all of this attention, and now he's making fun of Muslims, calling things haram. But
I was just gonna say, you've been doing this like dissecting arguments, critical analysis for like 10, 15 years now, Armin, and then this guy comes along and just goes, bro, haram, and this is gonna get more attention and pull more people away from Islam. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, I mean, more than anybody, to be fair. Like, this guy is bigger than anybody who's been trying to trash Islam. He's the biggest content creator ever. The guy that is supposed to be a Muslim himself is now the world's yeah, actually, you're right. This is history. This is the world's largest content creator ever trashing Islam this way.
And not being bigoted towards Muslims. Okay, this is very specific. Yes, his argument is like low level in the way that he's presenting it, but actually the underlying argument behind it is exactly the stuff you've been talking about for a very long time. People like you, Abdullah Samir, Harris Sultan, like, this is exactly what you've been talking about. You've been saying at its core, Islam is against certain things that when you think about it for more than 5 seconds, you just go, bruh, that's dumb. Like that's your response to it. And so, like, yeah, that's what he's saying. It's very, very interesting, honestly. I mean, I'm glad he came around, though. I hope he'll.
I don't know what's going to happen. By the way, Asian American just gave us a super chat saying the only real God is the God of creative wordplay. Thank you so much, Asian American.
That's true.
Yeah. All right, let's continue with this.
Trannies, like, oh my god, we get it. Can I go outside now? My Rumble comments, all this.
It's so amazing. Trannies. Oh my god, I get it's amazing how the trans issues has brought all of these conservative, like how major of a point this has become over people converting to Islam or conservative Christianity.
Yeah.
It's trannies, like porn and trannies, yes. As they say, trannies. That's not my word.
Right. I know. The two most important topics of our time, Armin. I mean, forget the fact that we're boiling alive on the earth, right? Forget the fact that nuclear war could still break out tomorrow. Like, forget all that crap. You know what's really important? Transgender people and pornography. Those are the things. We're not supposed to say those words on. Are we supposed to say porn on you?
You said it already. So
I'm so sorry.
But
I know. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Hey, like the video, folks. Like the video. Comment below. Subscribe. Hey, send us super chats. I'm not afraid to say that. Send us your money because I forgot that I'm not supposed to say certain.
No, it's okay. All right, but here's the thing, though. What you don't understand is that the family is the foundation of a society.
Sure,
that's what the bricks are. So you don't.
I've heard that.
These things. Yeah. So PORN and feminism and trans rights and LGBT.
It just destroys the family.
It destroys the very foundation of what society is built upon, and that's what it will crumble. So you think other issues are more important, but empires have fell because of the exact same things before,
Really?
and it will fall again. Yeah.
Yeah,
you know,
okay.
you don't know
As
this?
we
It's
all
that-
know from history, the Roman, the Byzantine, the
Oh
Ottoman,
yeah, the Roman.
they all fell because
Yes,
of trans people.
that's what they
That's
say.
just we all know
Yes,
that. That's the
no,
standard.
no, not because of transition, because of degeneracy. That's what they say.
Oh,
Because
of course. Of course,
Right, right.
degeneracy, which is two consenting adults loving each other in the privacy of their home, or
It's
is
just,
that
no, it's not respecting the family unit.
okay? No,
They did-
I get
like
you,
they
I get
did,
you.
and
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
like they
Okay.
like the nuclear families they used to have in ancient Rome. Like
Oh, of
those.
course, like the ones with the slaves and the adultery and the killing the children and the like
No,
those
no,
families, those
the
nuclear.
Roman-
That's the foundation to society.
The Roman
Ah,
soldier, when he came home and the
following.
mother just gave him a martini and the two kids ran over like daddy, like yeah, that
Right.
nuclear family.
That's
what
the
I'm talking
nuclear family.
Right.
1950s
Yes, yes.
America. That's what was going
Right.
on 3,000 years
In
ago. I
ancient-
think.
yes.
Yeah. Okay. I got
Yeah,
you. I
yeah.
got you.
All right. Newman with the super chat. No man, not Newman. But yeah, I know. I get your name right now. With the super chat saying, "No, I am the real God. Allah, real God. Allah is a fake God." Thank you so much, Newman, for the super chat. All right. Oh my God, Imam Hussein saying the nuclear family died with me at Karbala. Okay, that's a good line. I like that. I like that line. All right, let's continue.
Don't do that. It's a sin. That's trannies. Like, oh my.
That, by the way, I just say that few seconds has to be turned into its own clip that people just post every time somebody somebody cut this out. Somebody cut this out every time a Muslim comes with like these call something haram. That should just be the response. Yeah.
Yes, and use it for all the gender criticals and all the evangelical Christians, please, because that's basically what it is so often.
Right.
It's just like,
Yeah.
I don't have any other arguments or any evidence or anything, but I'm just gonna keep saying the things I want to say. So trannies. It's like,
yeah. So somebody cut this part out and just make it into a video response out of it, because every time somebody calls something a haram or calls degeneracy on something, just post this back to them.
That's a sin. That's trannies. Like, oh my God, we get it. Can I go outside now? My robo comments, all that's.
It's a perfect few. It's just a few seconds and it's perfect. It's perfect.
Can I go outside now? Like, can I? Just... Jeez.
Yeah.
Sneako's hanging out with these. Sneako betrayed us. Why is he eating dinner with these people? What? You should be yelling at whores with Myron right now. No, I'm gonna react to the music. You betrayed us. Get a life, bro. Get a life. I'm done. I don't want to be in this. I thought we were on the same page, bro. I was at the mall talking.
Like, I thought we could just be transphobic, and that's all it takes. I thought we could just yell at feminism.
Yeah, I didn't realize I had to
hate. I didn't know I had to do other things. I didn't know there's a rule book. I thought you guys were transphobes. I'm transphobe. I hate women. You hate women. We could just join. That's not yeah.
How crazy is that though? How crazy is that though? Where he kind of is saying like, "Hey man, I joined this whole Islam thing because I just thought you guys were a bunch of hateful bigots." Like
yeah. I didn't know I had to do things.
That's so terrible. Can we have somebody like this in the evangelical Christian space? Like, do you know how wonderful that would be? Somebody who just like joins, I don't know, some ridiculous Southern Baptist, New Independent Fundamental, whatever, and then just like very soon after is like, man, I just thought you guys wanted to genocide all the gay people. I didn't realize I had to do stuff. Because it's just like, it's so telling. It's like, it's so telling on him, on Islam, on all of the people that have been like super excited about supporting him. It's just, oh my gosh, it's so crazy.
Mustafa with the super chat saying family values equals one husband, one wife, or four plus sex slaves.
Yeah,
yes, that's what.
Family values, guys. Keeping the society strong.
Thank you so much, Mustafa, for the super chat. And also, No Man is saying, guys, I swear he sounds like Andrew Tate. I mean, of course, that's why he became a Muslim. This is what, like, the whole craze after Andrew Tate.
Sneako's very much modeling himself off of Tate in a lot of ways, it seems. Like he's using that same like bravado, machismo kind of feel to him, and maybe it works for him, maybe it doesn't. We're about to see, because he's probably pissed off a lot of Islamists with this. So that'll be interesting.
So Gaging American with another super chat saying, one emperor, one empress, plus 81 concubines, and that would be a Confucian marriage. Okay,
family values, keeping the society strong, folks. That's how you do it, right there. Disregard that whole consensual adults, whatever, working together. Yeah.
Right. All right, let's continue this.
I'm moving into a content creator house with some of my friends, and then people are messaging me like, Sneako, move into an Islamic learning house. Bro, what the f*** No, bro. Like, I'll go pray Jummah, I'll read my Quran, I'll talk to scholars. I am not moving into an Islamic. You people want me to move into a mosque. You want me to sleep in the mosque now.
Okay. So I also feel like, and maybe this is, and I don't watch Sneako. Like, I don't watch this guy's content on a regular basis, so I don't know, right? And he may just be one of those people that just is like streaming so much, all kinds of stuff goes on his videos. But I kind of feel like, so he's not able to like withstand the criteria and the demands of Islam. Right? I think that's clear. Okay. But Sneako might not also be able to withstand the demands of just like being a public facing person. Like, I'm not that popular, Armin. Like, I'm not that well known online. And even I get people that say ridiculous things to me all the time. Like, this guy can't handle people just like messaging him saying move into a mosque. I mean,
well,
yeah,
can I put
please.
I suspect that if you can't, the Secular Rarity, one reason why you're not that famous is because you can't handle it. If you couldn't handle it, and if you demonstrated outrage, that would be entertaining.
I see. You know what, though?
Right.
I mean, okay. So I see what you're saying, Armin. I see what you're saying. And I don't want to level this accusation against anybody necessarily. But then that kind of feels like Sneako is full of shit. I'm sorry, I'm not supposed to say that. But like he's just like playing up the outrage and stuff. Like he's not he's not exactly as genuine. Do you feel disingenuous? I don't know. So
I don't know. Maybe, but I can't tell because sometimes you fake it, but then you're not faking it because you turn into it. Right.
Yeah,
sometimes you just turn into what you
like. You're like
into what you turn into what works.
Okay, so like let me put it this way and tell me if this makes sense. This is like an English idiom. Tell me if this makes sense. Okay, like basically, he's been smelling his own fart so long they actually start smelling good. Is that kind of where you're? I mean, I don't know. I could be wrong. I could still be off.
Yeah.
I just.
Yeah, that's a good way.
We're not saying that's true. We're just, we don't know.
Yeah. So
he's grifting. I'm not grifting. I just want to have a f***ing home. I don't want to live in a mosque. Get off of my dick. Holy.
So,
all right, so let's move this part. Because guys, I'm using this Christian channel called What Do You Mean? But he does the best at cutting these things and putting them together. So
and he does, and What Do You Mean does, just like David Wood is actually a Christian apologist, but I think a lot of our audience would know that he works with the Apostate Prophet a lot, and they do some very critical focus on Islam. So What Do You Mean also does some critical focus on Islam. I I don't know about you, Armin, but personally, I find some of the best arguments against a religion by looking at the other religion's apologists. Like,
Yes.
the Christians have some of the best arguments against Islam, and the Muslims have some of the best arguments against Christianity. Like, it's awesome.
True.
So.
As you could probably imagine, Sneako's Muslim audience did not take that very well. Inshallah, he will be grounded into fine dust. Humble yourself, you pathetic man. He sold his soul. And others started calling him Grifto and the sellout, among other things. So following that stream, Sneako was
Okay, let's move on. I'm more interested in the Sneako part than this guy's talking.
too long to find out because he answered this question in a follow-up stream.
But I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna do it. Like I'm getting into real estate now, and buying a whole house cash up front is just like I'd rather finance it, stuff like that. There's so much interest involved. I'm gonna do it. I know.
So he's doing the mortgage. He knows that mortgage is haram in Islam. It's forbidden, but he's going to do it anyways, right? So here's the thing. That is allowed in Islam. It's allowed to sin. It's forbidden,
Sure,
but it's allowed. It's a sin. It's a sin, but you can sin and still be a Muslim. Okay, so he has to be careful. As long as he acknowledges that what he's doing is a sin,
right?
He's still a Muslim. He's sinning and he's going to burn for it in hell for it, but he will still be a Muslim. So that's fine.
That feels like such a BS loophole, though. I mean, I understand it. I just feel like it's like imagine.
It's not a loophole. You're going to burn for it. So that's not really
But you're not going to burn for eternity for it necessarily. Though,
yeah,
right?
because
Islam
Muslim,
has like it's like a little bit in the hellfire, and then you get to see the Christians. It's just like you'll burn eternally. You know, it's just like you do the thing.
There's no upgrade. You don't go from hell to heaven at some point.
No. They have this really weird conflicting thing where some of them are like, nope, you just burn eternally, and then others are like, nah, you just sin as much as you want, and then just say you love Jesus before you die, and then you're good. So it doesn't make sense. Yeah, neither system makes sense, but like, I mean,
Islam makes more sense here. Like, it's not as binary.
Well, okay. I agree. It makes sense in like the broader context, but it doesn't make as much sense in like the societal context. If the ummah is what's so important about Islam, right? If keeping the cohesiveness of the community is what's so important, it seems kind of ridiculous that somebody could just be sitting there going, man, alcohol's a sin, man. You know, nobody should be... You know, that alcohol is good. This is water, but you get what I'm trying to say. Like, it just seems
but you will burn for it in hell, though. So that's not a loophole. You will be punished for that. Yeah, unless you repent.
Okay, but see again, it just I feel like it doesn't matter. Let's they're both nonsensical. We agree on that. They don't make sense.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, you're right, Mustafa. It's all BS. Good point. We're trying to put logic to this.
No, it's haram. Sorry.
And it seems at this point, maybe Sneako has had enough of Islam, because investing in real estate isn't the only willful sin that he's choosing to commit.
Yeah, it's haram. Interest is haram in Islam.
So is listening to music. So is punching people in the face. I punch people in the face. I listen to music.
I don't think punching people in the face is necessarily against Islam, is it?
I mean, if they don't deserve it, it is haram. But I don't understand why he that's an issue for him. Like, I want to listen to music. Islam doesn't let me, and I want to punch people in the face.
He does this. He went from pork to fun entirely earlier. This time, he just went the opposite direction. He went from like music
people. There are simple joys, like this guy is listening to somebody who's saying interest is haram, and he's like, yeah, interest is haram, but so is everything else. Every simple joy in life has been taken away from me. Music, punching people, like, what are you? Okay.
He's telling on himself. He's just like, oh man, been waiting to just sock this dude across the jaw for a week now. But oh no, Allah said it wasn't okay. It's very silly.
So Noman is saying, guys, thank you so much for the super chat. Noman uses super chat to say, guys, like the live stream. And by the way, good morning. Good morning to you too, as Noman.
Yeah, see, this is a great time for Noman.
Yeah, it's a good time for him. Gasian American with a $2 super chat. Thank you so much, Gasian American, saying Yama has asylum applications for souls interested. Okay, this is like Eastern mythology for people who understand that. Yeah, thank you so much.
You just apply, apparently. It's that easy.
Yes. Okay. All right, let's continue.
So is punching people in the face. I punch people in the face. I listen to music.
He just randomly like, is he talking about martial arts? Like, because that's not how, like, just do you walk around and punch people in the face?
Is that what he just admitted to? Like,
I don't know. If he's talking about practicing martial arts, that's not haram in Islam.
Okay,
but if he's talking about
that's really funny though, right? Where he's like two big problems, man. Like listening to music, not okay. Also punching people in the face, and he's like, I do both daily. It's on my schedule.
Music, because music is haram.
No, here, let's see.
New motto is give me haram or give me death.
Shouldn't play music because music is haram.
So these are videos of him after all of this showing that he's enjoying music while being a Muslim. So he's like apparently not taking any of this serious.
Adult films are obviously haram, but this wouldn't stop a freako from thinking with his libido. So stupid.
Yes. Yeah, it is.
About a week ago, he was asking an adult.
Yeah. What?
Yeah, I was just saying he should have cut that. Like he recognized that wasn't a very good. We should have just cut that. Yeah, but he left it in there because he feels like it gives his audience like this little like kind of like behind the scenes.
If you make a stupid joke and then laugh at yourself, then people
it's less
will,
cringe. Yeah. People feel like you're humble or some BS.
Adult star to come record private corn videos with them at his.
Oh, this is what we should call them: corn videos. Corn videos.
Yeah, I like that. I do like that. I do also like corn, so that's really, and that's not like a euphemism for anything. I'm talking about the vegetable, y'all. I really enjoy, like on the cob, like creamed, like corn's great. Flaked, there's lots of popped. You can do lots with corn.
Well, it's good to know. That's all.
Yeah, let's not go down that route. I'm very sorry.
His house.
So what do you do for a living? I don't judge. I think everybody can do.
Okay, so this lady apparently does corn. Yes,
you should judge. You should tell her that it's haram and that it's destroying.
Yeah, actually, that's a good point.
That's exactly that's what he should do as somebody who properly follows the Islamic law.
You're a
right?
Muslim. Yeah, you're right. The Quran commands you to do Amr bil Ma'ruf wa Nahy anil Munkar. You should. So this lady does corn apparently. Okay. And he's saying he doesn't judge, which he shouldn't. You should be doing that. Corn.
I don't judge. I think everybody can do maybe we can make our own porn privately. You know.
Whoa.
So he's a Muslim. He's saying that as a Muslim. So you have to understand that a lot of Muslims in his audience rage when he says stuff like this. When he says this as a Muslim, his audience his new Muslim fans, they get so angry. You have no idea. People are like,
I just want to say like it like as somebody who is not in that, strict religious mindset, right? As somebody who is very supportive of sex work in a broad spectrum, right? Now, sex work is work. It's actually harder than a lot of people's jobs, but that's not the point. That's just to say that, like, yeah, these are consenting adults, right? These are consenting adults going about a legal transaction, in my opinion, should totally be legalized and regulated and safe and all that stuff. I just want to say, with all of that in mind, this to me feels like he's probably talking with this person for like the first time, like on a live stream. And I would just say, I think it's kind of creepy that he immediately went from, hey, what's your profession, to let's fuck, Again, like like the stream, you guys. Send us your super chats. I shouldn't cuss as much. I'm sorry, but like it's I feel like that's gross. Like if he was on the non-religious side and he went that quickly to that, I'd be like, hey man, that's kind of weird. Like don't be that desperate with it. You know, you just feel like you're, it's just weird. Anyway.
By the way, talking about bad jokes, Mustafa has a bad joke for us, which I don't understand. Thank you for the super chat, Mustafa. Mustafa with the super chat saying, bad joke. If she enters hell, then jihad is coming. I don't know. Do you understand it? I don't know.
I'm not sure that I get this either. I'm not sure that I get
it.
If she enters hell.
Okay, but thank you, Mustafa. That for people.
Please explain it. Please explain it to
don't.
us. Never mind. Send us another super chat explaining. Yes.
No.
I'm sorry.
But thank you, Mustafa, for the super chat. All right, let's continue.
That's even better. Keep it just for us.
Just for us, and then we could play it on the TV in the house.
Most forms of dating are haram.
Okay, so this is okay. So yeah, so that was Muslims did not like that.
In Islam and Sneako got,
and then we could play it on the TV in the house.
Most forms of dating are haram in Islam, and Sneako got a random new girlfriend during a live stream and has been streaming their haram dates. Now, this was only a few days ago, and since then, he's been checking out other girls on live streams.
There's some girls. I did so many today already. All right, if we see one, inshallah, look how many there are right there. So many.
If we see one, inshallah, like this, I think he's like going on for full on rage, like trying to get as much rage as possible. Like he's actively talking about haram things to do, and using inshallah. Like this is the perfect way to make your Muslim fans as angry as you could possibly. Like there's no way. I don't understand how to make them more angry.
Do you think? Okay, I don't know that this is true. Maybe this is giving way too much credit to this person. Do you think Sneako, like months ago, was like, man, if I convert to Islam for like 2 months and then do a really bad job at it and point out all the crap about it, like I'm going to get so much fans and like viewership and money. Like, do you think he's playing like 5D chess here? Or do you think he's just an idiot? And I mean, I don't know. I know it's not a true dichotomy. I'm just wondering, kind of. I'm leaning.
I think that he saw how easy grab when you are famous and you become Muslim.
Yeah,
you just see a ton of new followers, right? A ton of new followers because now you're a Muslim, and he saw the Andrew Tate. What happened with Andrew Tate, and he saw that, and then. Because this new audience, they are so demanding, a lot of them, regarding, okay, now you're a Muslim, you need to do this and this and that. And he got, well, it's not just I think he hates them, okay? He wants to piss them off because of how annoying they are. So he's like, okay, you guys are annoying me, let me annoy you back. Let me go hunt for girls while saying inshallah. So I think it's personal. I think it's personal.
So are you saying he is an Islamist troll? Like in the literal sense of it? Like he's somebody who is Islamic himself, but is also like trolling the rest of the Islamic community? Again, is he brilliant in this, or is he just like an idiot that stumbles into a pot of gold? You know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't know. A little bit of both, maybe.
It's hard
I think
to
he's
tell.
just going. I think this is not planned. I think this is all based on emotion. That's all.
Man. Again, we're not saying he's an idiot. That's not what we're saying, folks. We're not saying he's some jackass that's just like using stuff to get money or fame or anything. That's not what we're saying. We're questioning. We're trying to understand, it could be that, it could be other things. It could be that, but
Yeah. All right. Most people in the live chat think he's just an idiot, but let's see.
I mean, the people have spoken.
Any baddies in Brickle. I'm telling you, chat. I'm telling you. Look at him. Look at this one right ahead. She looks bad. Oh, she's with the guy.
She looked bad.
Hey, here we go.
Yeah.
Hey, fat ass. This is what I'm saying. Look at that, bro.
But
He
I'm
just
not sure
literally
Cheeto.
called
I
her-
mean,
Yeah.
Sorry. He was
Okay.
just like,
This guy is just.
Yeah.
Go, no, go. So say that again.
No,
Say that again.
just Sneako. Like this is an insight for people who don't hear all the wonderful discussions that Armin and I have off camera. But before we were talking about the difference between having thoughts in your head and performing actions.
Oh, yeah.
And the difference here is that there's nothing necessarily problematic, right? And people shouldn't beat themselves up for walking down the sidewalk and seeing somebody that is attracted to them and thinking like, damn, I'd wreck that. There's nothing wrong with that. Here's where the wrongness comes in, right? Like when you engage in that behavior with somebody without their consent or anything, right? Or when you just perpetuate that style of culture to literally hundreds of thousands of viewers as if like this person is just a commodity to be had as opposed to a living person. And so like, that's a really good example right there. Like Sneako could have just kept that crap to himself. There's nothing wrong with you being attracted to some lady's ass, man. Like, get it. She's 3 C's of thickness. That's awesome. Like, I'm right with you, man. But also, like, don't just be such a jackass that you're literally just devaluing these people, these random people. You're just, it's just gross. It's just like, come on, man. You could do better. Anyway, No,
right,
approaching girls outside isn't bad. No, of course not. Approaching girls, women, but approaching women outside. No, of course that's not bad. But there's a manner, right? Treating people with respect.
Yeah. Unless they're into. Okay, that's another topic.
Yeah, but that's a consent thing that is normally laid out beforehand.
I don't want to get into that. I don't want to get into that.
Get it. Call it. Afterwards.
All right. This guy with his cheap jokes. Look at this. This is doing another one. He thinks this is funny. He really thinks this is funny.
I know he does. He does.
Sneako rhymes with Cheeto, and now you turn him into a Cheeto because it rhymes. Really? That's your joke? It's because oh my god.
It's very low. It's very
childish.
But these are the types of like criticisms.
I'm not sure if
from what do you mean? I don't think his stuff is like super well thought out. So
no. But let's watch this. Yeah.
Hey, fat ass. This is what I'm saying. Look at that, bro.
But I'm not sure if I'm not sure if Sneako is even aware that Islam isn't like a MacBook. You can't just force quit when things aren't working. Public apostasy can buy you a one-way ticket to where, along with a large number of Muslims that believe that they have a theological license to send you there. And to be fair to his Muslim chat, they're probably just trying to.
That was good. That was fine.
Yeah, I like that.
Help him avoid all his judgment, since according to Sahih Bukhari, sins that are committed openly.
Okay, do we have? I don't need your analysis. I need more.
Yeah, we know this. Yeah,
we know this part. We know it's not that clear.
Yeah, believe that they choose to commit plenty of sin and still consider themselves to be Christians.
Become a Muslim. There you go.
If you start drinking alcohol, you're going to go to hell. If you're a Christian, you can drink all day.
What's odd is that even though he considers this to be a
okay, you know what? I'm done with. Oh, here.
Yeah, let's see if we can
bring
get
Islam into the situation.
He doesn't realize it.
I know I'm not the best Muslim, so I rarely, if ever, bring Islam into the situation. Like I never try to rationalize how I do things with Islam.
Like, what if we die tomorrow? I'm not perfect either. Obviously, you know that too.
But yeah, if I were to die right now, I would probably die kafir, which is not good.
What?
So I better.
Holy crap!
What? Just what?
Yeah. Don't die.
Now, hold on.
You say if I die right now, I die an unbeliever. These people don't understand what they're talking about.
This is crazy. Like this is so. And I guess what's amazing to me is again, like, how have so much of the online Islamic community accepted these people as champions of their beliefs? It just feels very obvious to me. If I was a believing Christian and I saw that video, I wouldn't listen to those people anymore for their advice on theology. Like, I'm sorry.
They don't.
It's just blatantly obvious that they do not know anything about what they're saying. They just don't have a good understanding. Like, and that's fine because they're probably better human beings for not following Islam, just like Christians are when they don't follow Christianity. But like, I have no idea how they're popular. I just don't, just like Ali Dawah. I have no idea how he's popular, but
it's about the reactions and the over-the-top reactions.
so do I just need to get more upset, Armin? Is that what you're telling me? Like, I just need to like fully let out my anger on these videos?
You need to have more of a space behind your chair. So when you get angry, you could stand and walk around and like that. Yes. Okay. So that's why they have all that space behind them.
I see. Because when you it's a performance. When you do that, you can like show how angry you are because it's like, wow, he took like 6 whole steps. He must be upset right now.
Right.
We did.
All right, let's watch it.
Yeah. Let's do it. No.
Yeah, let's do Ali Dawah's reaction because we want to see. This is what we're here for. We want to see.
I know, and this is
Ali Dawah. I want to see how Ali Dawah cleans up this mess, right? So let's see this. Okay, so we are doing it double speed. I need to remove it to normal speed
because you're an alien and you listen to everything so fast. Yeah.
Sneako and Myron, and I'm calling them to a live discussion because I think there's so many misconceptions.
Oh, of course you do. Ali Dawah is like, how could I milk this, right? How could I every time this?
Do you think they'll do it though?
I don't know.
Do you think they'll come on?
He's the biggest. He's the one of the biggest Islamic channels in the world, so he might like. It will work out. So he's like, come if you want to. If you want to be cleansed, I have the largest Muslim audience. Come and I will cleanse you in front of this audience. For if you are having a problem with the Muslim community, then you're right. That was right. One of the best things to do is to have a popular Muslim YouTuber to come and explain to people why all of this is okay. Yeah. So this is what I think Ali Dawah will do. Ali Dawah is not going to blame Sneako. Ali Dawah is going to blame Muslims because you want to have Sneako come onto your show.
You think he's not gonna? You think he's gonna turn it on? Okay.
Of course, big content creator needs other big because Sneako is way above Ali Dawah, right?
Sure.
So
yeah.
Why would I go against such a potential opportunity? I will blame the Muslims.
Okay, so do you think he's gonna kind of do what he did with like Andrew Tate, where it was like he was like kind of kissing Tate's ass, but like also sort of criticizing him, but like clearly just like deep up in that ass, like kind of like, this is a mistake, but obviously it's not your fault. Wow.
Come here, we could understand these things together. Yeah, so let's watch this. Let's see.
That's happening, pertaining to many matters. They've done a reaction video to my video. So there's a misunderstanding. And recently, Sneako done a video about, oh my gosh, interest is haram as well.
Muslims can't buy real estate?
No, you can't buy real estate, but he's saying you can't take a loan on it because you pay interest with loans.
But that's like some of the basics of real estate.
That's exactly.
I want to say something to those people in the comment section.
Yeah, that's the basis of real estate. Yep.
Please understand something. Yes, that Ali radiallahu anh said, do not tell the people what they're not ready to hear. Do you want them to disbelieve in Allah and His Messenger? All of us have a different.
Do not. Oh, that's crap.
No, Armin. No. Hang on. It makes sense. Let me explain it to you. Okay. See, the creator of the universe, the one who sustains all existence at every moment, okay, constantly throughout the cosmos, okay, not just here on Earth, but everywhere, okay. See, it's not possible for that being to just force people to give up things that it's clearly against, like, RAPE or slavery, right? See, it's not possible. Now, of course, that entity can stop people from doing things like eating shrimp or drinking alcohol, but it's not possible for these other things. And so what that deity does to work with our broken humanity is it pieces out the goodness, which is why the Quran at some point, just like the Bible, very clearly says things like slavery are not okay, right? You know that Quranic verse. It's in there. Just like I know that it's not in there. Okay. Let me
It's
check
not
the
in-
Bible real quick if it's in there. It's not.
So
Oh, well, yeah. Okay.
no.
Yeah, it's a bad argument. Yeah, it's a really stupid argument. Oh, okay.
What I think he's saying is that
Uh-huh.
Islam has many rules, right? But you can't just dump it on somebody.
Right.
You have to people have to ease into being. So here's how I would say it, right? If I wanted to defend Islam, okay, it was like there's a reason why God says the only thing you need to become a Muslim is to just say the Shahada, just to accept Muhammad and Allah as your God and Muhammad as his messenger, and that's it. You're a Muslim. You don't have to follow the rules. That could come later, right? So if you just tell people all of the things that they have to do as a Muslim, that will weaken their faith. That would not make them have iman, have faith in Allah. So maybe Ali Dawah is saying, like, go easy on the new Muslim. Don't tell them all the things they can't do. This is a work in progress kind of thing. That's the argument he's making here. Right. But I don't know where he's getting that from, because the Quran clearly says that you have to do Amr bil Ma'ruf wa Nahy anil Munkar, which means that if anybody is doing something that is a sin, you should be telling them that. It doesn't tell them not to say that. So I don't know what he's saying goes against the Quranic command.
Yeah, but it does. Okay, I see what you're saying. I'm with you here, Armin. But like, it does clearly say in the Quran to piece out the commands of Allah to somebody, so that it doesn't say
no,
that.
it's not in there at all. It doesn't say that. I don't know where he's getting. I mean, I wish he would cite me a hadith where he's getting that from.
Right.
Because if this was something in Islam, he has to cite his sources.
Yeah, I'm sure he's going.
Let me see.
I'm sure he's
let
going.
Let me see if he has.
I want to say something to those people in the comment section. Please understand something. Yes, that Ali radiallahu anh said, do not tell the people.
Ali. So he's saying the fourth Khalifa Ali said that.
They're not ready to hear. Do you want them to disbelieve in Allah and His Messenger? All of us.
He says Ali has a hadith that says, do not tell people what they are not ready to hear. Okay.
Right.
I don't think what this refers to what is halal and haram. I think you cannot, because that would be against the command of the Quran. So
that would make him not a Muslim. Yeah.
No, because so what he's citing is hadith. The Quran is above hadith. For you to understand to interpret a hadith, you have to interpret it in a way that does not contradict the teaching of the Quran. So if Ali, which is the fourth Khalifa in his religion, in his Sunni way of looking, if he has a hadith saying that do not tell people what they are not ready to hear, based on the teaching of Quran that tells you to tell people if they're sinning, tell them it's a sin, to stop them from a sin, what Ali's hadith cannot be referring to not telling people what's a sin. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Because it would contradict with the Quran. Right.
So
I'm sure he's
understanding this.
No, the way you're laying this out, it sounds like what Ali Dawah is saying is just flat garbage. But again,
no. What he's saying, what Ali Dawah is saying is that as a Muslim, I don't understand Islam as much as Armin does, and I need to make him my mufti, okay? And I need to come and learn Islam from Armin Navabi, because Ali doesn't seem to understand. Ali doesn't seem to understand the ABCs of Islam.
This is what most people don't understand, and this is why you need to like this stream. You need to share this stream. Subscribe if you haven't, because we are the only channel out there that truly has an Islamic scholar and teacher as well versed as our Mufti Armin. Here, folks, you just don't get you just don't get hikmah anywhere else like you do here. Okay. Now, again, Ali he's probably going to cite a hadith here soon. I'm sure he will.
He did. He said. He didn't. He didn't give us the reference to go look it up ourselves.
Right.
but he just mentioned that Ali said that. I mean, I would trust Ali, Imam Ali. I mean, they don't call him Imam Ali. Ali, the fourth Khalifa, mentioned that. I wish he would give us the citation so we could go check it.
Sure.
But I'm just gonna take his word for it.
I know.
But even if he said that, it does not mean, it couldn't mean about what is a sin. It could not mean regarding that. If you are seeing a Muslim sinning, okay, you are supposed to tell them that no, cut it out.
That seems clear.
Biden quoted that. You didn't know that?
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
I thought it was weird. I had my thoughts. It doesn't matter. But yeah. I saw that. I did. Yeah.
Biden quoted this command in Islam.
Catholic as hell, so.
Yeah. So if Biden, Ali, maybe your understanding of Islam is less than Joe effing Biden. Okay.
Wow. Okay. Let's see.
Okay. All right. Let's continue.
Of us have a different faith. When he's new, stop saying this is haram, this is haram, this is haram, this is haram. Like Aisha Anha said.
You have to say this is haram. Okay, so here let me be charitable to Ali Dawah, okay? So if you are a Muslim and you're like, somebody just became a Muslim and you just dumped on them like, oh, this is haram, this is haram, this is haram. I'm like, oh my God. Okay, so that you should not do that, okay? But if they are doing the haram thing, then you should, right? So like what you should not be. Let's say I'm interested in Islam, okay? And Elliot is a Muslim. I'm like, Elliot, I'm interested in Islam. I want to become a Muslim. And you're like, well, did you know that you can't do this and do that and do that, and you have to allow this? Like, oh my God, okay, I don't want to be a Muslim. Bye.
It's a lot.
You did an oopsie.
Yeah.
Okay. You caused
I see that.
me not being a Muslim. Okay.
Okay.
That's fair. You should not do that. However, if I'm like, become a Muslim, I'm like, okay, I'm a Muslim now. Okay. Now I want to go have sex with my girlfriend. So bye. That would be a weird conversation. That would be a weird way to say bye to somebody. But let's say I did that. Okay. You as a Muslim have like, hold up. Are you married to her?
Right.
You called her your girlfriend. So it doesn't seem like you're
not
so
cool.
I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm like, then it's your duty to say to me, like, you cannot, that's a sin in Islam. You cannot have sex with your girlfriend because you're not married to her.
Right.
So no. Okay,
So,
it will be your duty to. So what's happening with Sneako sounds more like the second one.
Yeah,
it's not that people are, because he's already a Muslim and now he's sinning. So it's the duty of Muslims to be like, okay, cut it out. Like that would be their duty. Yes.
Okay, but hang on. Okay. I'm following along with you, Armin.
Yes.
It makes sense on a practical level. Brand new Muslims aren't inundated with all of these rules and stuff and like expected to know all of it. That makes sense, right? But practicing Muslims are still supposed to be like, hey, this is like not okay, right?
Well, you don't need to say all of it, but you need to.
But when they do the bad
ones that they're doing,
right?
Yeah, the ones that they're doing, you have to do.
Okay, but hang on,
or about to do.
I'm positive. I am confident that the only reason that Ali Dawah would say this, knowing his deep understanding of Islam and the Quran, I'm positive that the only reason he would say that is because there's some really clear verse in the Quran or like a super well believed hadith, like totally sahih hadith that says something like new Muslims kind of get a pass, right? Like, is that there's definitely a verse that says, like, if you're a brand new Muslim, the sins don't count as much, right? Are you sure?
It's
not in there.
No, it's not.
So then everything he's saying is again just crap. It's just
it's crap. Making stuff up as it goes. Yes.
Okay. All right. Well. All right. I tried to give him. I tried to be charitable. Man. But like,
let's see what you see.
If Islam was to come with prohibitions, halal, haram, nobody would have come to Islam. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows the creation. That's why he gave certain commandments slowly.
Okay, the Quran, the holy book of Islam, was revealed to Muhammad sallallahu alayhi. over a period of 23 years, starting with the initial revelation at Mount Hira. Okay, so he's saying because the Quran didn't come all at once and it come in pieces, that means that we should also go in pieces. Okay, but what about the verse about Amr bil Ma'ruf wa Nahy anil Munkar? That one, it's, I mean, it's yeah. Oh my God. Because if you're talking about the Quran, then
I'm
there's
just
a
kind of
verse
egging you on with this. You know that, right? Like I'm just playing extra dumb just because it's funny to. But like I don't feel like this has happened to me lately, Armin, where I feel like religious people have been like, but here's this point, you know, that agrees with my side, and then it's like, I don't think you understand what you're saying. That right there does not make that statement about like the Quran was revealed to Muhammad over 23 years. That doesn't make me feel like this is like a direct revelation from God or anything. This kind of makes me feel like over the last 23 years of some dude's life, he just kept making up some crap to do whatever he wanted, you know? Like,
yeah. So here, so
yeah.
Look at this. This is easy. Okay. Look, this is here on, this is even on Wikipedia. Okay. So scriptural basis, answering the question of why there is a duty among Muslims to forbid wrong are statements in the Quran and Hadith. Here's a list of them. I have the Quran and the Hadith. Well, let's just do the Quran, right? Let there arise out of you a band of people inviting to all that is good, enjoining what is right and forbidding what is wrong. They are the ones attain, what is this?
Felicity? Yeah, it basically
Felicity.
means like joy and happiness and stuff. Yeah.
So that is Quran chapter 3, verse 103, right? And then
that
here,
seems clear to me.
Yeah, well, it gets more clear. Ye are the best of peoples, evolved for mankind, enjoining what is right, forbidding what is wrong, and believing in Allah. Okay, and then the rest continues about other nonsense.
That's that.
The Quran chapter 3, verse 110. And then the believers, both men and women, are guardians of one another. See?
Oh, wow.
They're guardians of one another.
That's
exactly.
That's L. And the next part too. The next part there, right there.
They encourage good and forbid evil.
Wow.
Establish prayer and pay. Okay, and the rest is just nonsense.
Wow, that's pretty clear right there.
Yeah. And then there's another one. It is the believers who repent, who are devoted to worship, who praise their Lord, who fast, who bow down and prostrate themselves, who encourage good and forbid evil, and who observes the limits set by Allah. And then that's Quran chapter 9, 112. And there's another one. All people establish prayer, encourage what is good and forbid what is evil, and endure. Okay, that's not, the rest of it is nonsense. That's Quran chapter 31, verse 17. Oh, you who have believed, upon you there is responsibility for yourself. Those who have gone astray will not harm you when you have been guided. To Allah is your return return. Okay, no, this is not the part. Okay, but here's the thing.
Oh, you have believed, upon you is responsibility for yourselves. That, in conjunction with the other verses from the Quran, absolutely, in my opinion, indicates that as a believing Muslim, when you see other Muslims committing sins, you must address them. That just seems extremely clear.
This verse, what it's talking about, okay, this verse is talking about this last one, is telling you that when you tell people what they're supposed to do and not to do, after that, if they sin, the responsibility is not on you.
Right. But so, you have to go through that process. You have to go through the process of, trying to convince them not to sin. Yeah. It's pretty clear.
So, exactly. It's pretty clear. So again, guys, we are not Muslim here, but we're quoting the Quran. Okay, Ali Dawah is making stuff up. Ali Dawah, which is one of the world's largest Islamic channels, he's coming up with gymnastic arguments and saying, "Oh, because the Quran came in pieces in like different parts, that means you shouldn't tell people that they're sinning." and we just checked the same Quran that he's mentioning, and it's telling no, you should be telling them that. So wrong, Ali. You don't know Islam. Come learn your Islam from atheists, not apparently from Muslim channels. Okay, but yeah.
Slowly and slowly and slowly, so people's imans can grow. SubhanAllah. That's what Allah in the Quran says to the Bedouins. They say we believe. Don't say you believe yet. Say you have submitted. Allah differentiates between a Muslim and a mu'min. Every mu'min is a Muslim, but not every Muslim is a mu'min. A mu'min is a believer who believes. So that's yaqeen, certainty. So for you.
None of what he's saying is rejecting the part.
I was gonna say, maybe I just don't understand, but nothing that he just said had anything to do with any of the rest of this crap. Like,
you still have to tell people if they're sinning. You have to tell them. None of the you're just distracting.
It's a command.
Guys, to go and pick on Sneako, you're putting him off. He needs to understand the concept. When I first came to Islam, there were certain things I was like, what? Really? When I heard that the Sahabas fought each other, I was like, no way. The best of people, but this happened. It's in reality. It teaches
that has nothing to do with. He's talking about things that are completely separate. He's talking about the belief in something that he had, that he struggled accepting the reality of a certain belief versus committing tangible acts in reality. He's equating those two as if they're exactly the same, and they're just not. Not only in like the definition of those words, bro, but also like Islam. Like Islam makes it very clear those are different things.
Yeah, no, he's just saying that I think he's saying when I became a Muslim, I was just shocked about some things that were weird.
Right.
But he's saying it's
different
normal,
from Sneako committing sin.
Right. Yes. If you're sinning, you're a Muslim. It's my duty as a Muslim to tell you that you're sinning. Basically, everything else you're saying is a distraction.
We need to be very, very careful. So therefore, I'm inviting my brother Sneako and my brother Myron. Please, I would love to have a live discussion with you guys, and we can talk about all of these matters to Islam. Whatever I know, anything that I don't know, I would try my best to point you guys in the right direction. But it would be nice to sit down and talk about when it comes to different matters of women, money, status, all that kind of stuff. We can talk about all of that. So to my brother Sneako, just understand that an example that I'm going to give you, if you do the live, of Iblis, Shaitan, and Adam, this will give you a direct answer.
I know what he's gonna do with Iblis and Adam. So the devil and Adam, I think he's gonna mention like, the devil believed in God and he still sinned. So it's not just about believing. I don't know what he's gonna do, but he's basically he has a way out. He has like a get out of jail free card for Sneako. Sure. So he's tempting him like, I'm going to get you this. If you come to my show, I will tell you something that you could tell to your. I'm not going to tell you what it is because then you could use it and then you're not going to come on my show. But I will give you a winning card that if you come on my show, you could use.
Yeah, but is that gross though? Is that kind of like
it is
weird and like creepy and like I have this thing like. If Ali Dawah, I'm not saying he doesn't believe this, y'all, not calling Ali Dawah a liar or a grifter or anything. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, if Ali Dawah actually believed these things when it came to eternal punishment and so forth, right? Your soul's place in heaven or hell, reward or punishment, wouldn't it be a really gross and messed up thing to withhold the key to somebody's salvation from them? Like this, and basically dangle it in front of them and say, only if you give me enough views will I let you get into salvation and reward, as opposed to isn't that just kind of like if I knew that you were doing something that was harming yourself to the point that it would cause you to have medical, physical problems, right? And I said, hey, Armin, I'm going to help you out, bro, but only if you'll come on my channel, man. Send all your followers to me. Like, wouldn't that be gross? Wouldn't that be gross?
Yeah, no, I agree.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But let's maybe see. Maybe he will reveal.
Yeah, maybe
it.
he'll explain.
Do the live.
Right.
Yeah, that's it. Because I want to see. Maybe if he's not going to reveal it, if I could figure out what he's going to say, maybe I could say
give it to
Sneako a trip. Yeah.
Yes. Sneako, watch this. We will help you out, bro. We're gonna save your soul.
I'm trying to think what he's like. What is the solution? Hold on,
guys, and we can talk about all of these matters to Islam. Whatever I know, anything that I don't know, I would try my best to point you guys in the right direction. But it would be nice to sit down and talk about when it comes to different matters of women, money, status, all that kind of stuff. We can talk about all of that. So to my brother Sneako, just understand that an example that I'm going to give you, if you do the life of Iblis.
If we do the live, an example, I could give live on here for the benefit of everybody. But if we go live, an example I can give you, so it's conditional.
Shaitan. And
by the way, just the shaitan or the devil looks pretty badass here. Like,
brother Sneako, just understand that an example that I'm going to give you, if you do the life of Iblis, Shaitan, and Adam, this will give you a direct answer to the issue of interest. Yes, trust me, you will totally understand, and a lot of things in Islam will make sense to you. This is the advice that I want to give you in person, live, or
what is he gonna say?
He's somehow with okay. So Armin, what I'm hearing is somehow with the life of Iblis versus the life of Adam, as described in the Islamic narrative, will somehow explain why interest is haram. What in the world could that possibly be?
No, not that interest is haram. I think he's going to tell him that if you do haram things, you're still okay. Because here's the thing. Yeah, so think about this, right? I think I figured it out. I'm not sure. Okay. Adam sinned.
Right.
He ate the apple.
Yeah, totally.
But he's a good guy. He submitted to Allah. The devil did not sin. Okay? But he did not submit to Allah. He's the bad guy. So these are sins, but the main thing is if you submit.
Is the submission. Wow, that's a really shitty argument. I mean, I understand it. I get it. And I think it's totally Islamic, like my understanding, but that's a really crap argument at the end of the day.
Okay, but do you think I got it right? I don't know I don't know if that's what they said. I am trying to read his mind. And if I am right, I am now hoping that Sneako does go on Ali Dawah because I want to know. I want to see if I guess this right. Because I would be so proud of myself,
right?
If I guess this correctly,
right? Because
I am actually very impressed with my intelligence. I am intelligence right now.
No, that was
I'm
that
bragging.
Was a really good. I wouldn't have seen that. But now that you laid it out, yes, because both. There are things that you can criticize about both Shaitan and Adam, right? There's obvious. That's the point of the story with Adam. There's something to criticize, but what you're criticizing is more of a momentary lapse in judgment with an overall submission and focus on Allah. Whereas with Shaitan, what you have is not this like one-off instance of a bad thing the devil did, right? But like this overall thing where it's like, I'm just not gonna support you at all, Allah. So like that. That's yeah, I could see that. Okay.
So I just want people to recognize that even if you're a Muslim and you're on Ali Dawah's side and you're against me, that was impressive. Okay, I think that was pretty good. I don't care about I just want people to acknowledge that I did something impressive. Right? My understanding of Islam is pretty good. Okay, because here's the thing. I think what Ali Dawah wants to wants to highlight is the fact that we have sins and we have shirk and kufr.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
A lot of people keep talking about sins as if Islam is about sins. Okay.
No.
That is all secondary.
Right.
The main thing that sets you apart from us infidels and all the unbelievers is that you have submitted to Allah. These sinning, not doing gay stuff, not drinking alcohol, these are all so
after
small
the fact. Right.
These are so insignificant compared to the fact that you are now somebody who submits to Allah. And these other Muslims who don't understand Islam like Ali Dawah does, they are just making a big deal out of minor issues.
Okay. I think you're right. I think you're right, Armin. But you know what?
Right.
I think that makes Islam look like garbage. Because
of course.
Okay. Because at the end of the day, what it's saying is that the only thing that matters is not whether or not you're a good person, but whether or not you believe this.
Oh,
nonsense.
yeah.
Okay,
of course.
okay.
Like, what, I mean, I don't know why you were expecting something better.
I just wanted to make sure we were all on the same page.
Okay, yeah, of course.
Yeah,
it's
okay,
garbage.
cool.
It's pure garbage. Yeah.
Okay, all right, cool.
We can do it without. It doesn't need to be on camera. I genuinely, it's not about the camera. I promise you. If you guys want a freeway conversation off camera,
Not about the camera.
Yeah. Here's the thing. Bull crap. As soon as you get connected to Sneako, that will boost up your profile. Like, why dishonest? The dishonesty. Yeah.
Come on.
on Zoom or whatever off camera, I am more than happy to do this. It doesn't need to be on camera. Believe me, I don't give a damn.
If you're more happy, then why don't just say it now? No, seriously, like, oh, this is not about views. This is not about like me getting views and going like, then why not just say it so he could just watch the video and get it?
No, there's a good reason.
A liar.
Hang on. There's a good reason. It's because no, that wouldn't make sense. He would just say, okay, no. No, that's not a good reason either.
I mean, even if he would, it would be in the benefit. It would be in the benefit of all their viewers. Like, just say it.
Yeah, it would be.
My God. Guys, Muslim, if you want to know these things, come to our channel because Ali Dawah is just using it as prize, like as dangling it in front of other people's faces and stuff, giving you the if you want actual hikmah, come to Atheist Republic, not to Dawah channels. But
your eternal salvation is just a prize in Ali Dawah's eyes, apparently. Our view is we're just gonna tell you straight up and then also point out to you how it's BS.
Garbage. Yes.
Garbage.
But that's not important for me. So, brother Sneako, if you're watching this, understand, take it step and slowly. Ignore the Muslims that are throwing this haram, that haram. Gradual process. It took me 10 years to come where I am, and I've got a long journey to go. So take it easy. Don't let people overwhelm you, and it's going to be overburdened for you, and you're going to end up crumbling. Don't. Take it easy at a time. Don't take everything that people in the comments say. There are a lot of enemies of Islam that are saying things just to put you off. So in a nutshell, I would say,
why do you keep checking your watch during your recordings? I never understand why he does that. He always has somewhere to go.
No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. He's pretending. Everybody does that when they're in a situation, and they just want to look cool. They're just like, oh man, hang on. I got this. Hang on, Armin. We'll get right back to this video, I swear. But I got this really important text message. I'm very important. I don't know if you know this. A lot of people are talking to me. Hang on, I've got to respond to this real quick. Like, no, it's just a BS tactic. But also, like, I just love him being like, take it slow, man. Like, come on, chill. Hey, start off with the no pork thing. Move on to the no alcohol thing. Like, you don't have to get it all at once. But again, is that in the Quran, Armin? Is there anywhere in the Quran or the Hadiths that says like, just take this bit by bit? Is there anywhere that says
we have already clarified
so
that it's not? It's made that right. But I think I want to use this moment, okay, because I got a special comment in the comment section. So I want to, every time something like this happens, and every time it happens, I want to celebrate it because I feel very accomplished when I see a comment like this. Denisha, I am so grateful for you to say this to us today. I feel so proud and I feel so honored for your comment here. Denisha is saying, our Atheist Republic helped me understand Islam enough to want to leave.
That's freaking awesome.
If that counts for something. Oh, Denisha, it counts. Boy, it does count so much. You have no idea how.
It's one of the biggest things ever, Denisha.
Thank you.
Yeah, seriously.
Thank you, Denisha.
Seriously.
Thank you for that message. You have no idea how happy you made me today.
Yeah.
Thank you. Oh, Derek is saying, oh. Okay, so let's continue. That was sweet. Thank you.
I know. It's amazing.
Yeah. Yeah.
my brother Sneako, that understand everything Allah has legislated, there is a reason behind it. There's the wisdom behind it, and there's a reason behind it as well. So just bear that in mind, and believe me, there is so much more barakah. Once we understand, have a relationship with Allah.
I'm sorry. That's just like the worst thing to say. It's just like, hey, just remember that, and also like, trust me, bro. Trust me. Like, I'm right. I'm right on this. It's like, oh my God, you just sound like a jackass.
The reason you're saying this stuff is because you're still a Muslim. Once you reach the stage of being a mu'min, a true believer, like a true where you're like, this makes sense to me. I have trust in God. If God says, look, I live in a 1-bedroom flat. I pay £1,200 a month. This is really expensive. With my 3 daughters, I am somebody that if I want.
He has 3 daughters in a 1-bedroom apartment. That's very crowded.
I hope that's not true. Yeah, I hope that's not true for him. I hope not, especially in London.
I mean,
I know that can't be a lot of space. So.
He has 1 million subscribers. Why
he should be doing
not
better than that. I hope this is an example and not like a real true to life thing. Yeah.
No, it is true. I don't think he's lying about this. But Ali Dawah, move out of London. You are making YouTube money. That means you could work from anywhere in goddamn. I mean, you know, UK has cheaper cities. You could go live in the countryside in the UK. Given that your incomes come from YouTube, that doesn't mean you don't have to live in the most You're harming your children. You have 3 daughters. They need more space. If you're making money on YouTube, that doesn't mean you don't have to be in the center of all the business and where all the business activity is. You could go in the countryside. You could go in a small town, and with the same money, with the same rent, you could have 1 bedroom for each one of your daughters. What are you doing to them? Oh my God! You have 1 million subscribers. You're making enough to give them a better life. You're not a good father, Ali Dawah. Ali, you're not a good father. 3 daughters in 1 bedroom?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It's just weird. It's a weird choice in my opinion.
Somebody's saying maybe he doesn't have enough cash to pay for a new house.
You don't. You can just rent. You could just rent in the countryside too.
Whatever money he's in London, whatever money he's spending in London, he could just go in a village or in a smaller town, and he would have more space for his daughters.
Yeah, and like surprising that I know it doesn't often feel this way as people that are not in the UK, right? We just see all of the pictures and videos of it very urbanized, but there's still a lot of space to purchase, especially if you have a decent amount of money, which he must have. So like, I don't know. Black Angel saying maybe he's because of Speaker's Corner. First of all, he doesn't go to Speaker's Corner that often. As he could go there once a week. Transportation in the UK is actually pretty good and cheap. So I've been
in London so many times. The train goes all the way to London. Like you could get cheap to get on the train and drove all the way to. If you go there once a week, it doesn't make much time. And if you go there once a week, it doesn't make sense to live in London because of Speaker's Corner. If you're doing that once a week, you could just take the train and go there and back. And I don't even know why you would do Speaker's Corner. The sound quality there is horrible. You could just invite people to come and talk to you live on air anyways, right?
Yeah. I mean, great questions, Armin. But you know, he's the voice of Islam, I guess. So he knows better than us. So
I mean, where do they have sex without the children seeing? Like, if he has 1 bedroom, does him and his wife and the children sleep in the same bed? Like, it doesn't make sense. Okay,
it doesn't.
Weird.
There's so many questions, honestly. Y'all, after this stream, Armin and I will go into these more in depth with ourselves. Like, I have no idea. I know. We
have like 40K subscribers, and I have more bedrooms than Ali Dawah. I don't know how that worked out. Okay.
I don't. It's confusing. I'm sure he's using that money super wisely and not just like wasting it on things like, I don't know, a new mosque or something.
It can be wisely. You have children. You need to take care of your children. Anyways, let's continue.
I can make, like, argument's sake, like, if I wanted £250,000 a year, I can make it. But the point is, I'm not concerned about money. My aim is not motivation.
You're an idiot. You have daughters. You're responsible to the quality of life.
Yeah,
You're a
you should-
father.
Yeah, you should
Yeah.
care about money enough to make sure that your children have a good life. So
Yeah.
We have managed. I don't care about this life. Yes, this doesn't mean I'm making my family.
You don't care about this life. What about your children's life? God damn it.
Alhamdulillah, we are good. We are more than happy. We are more happy and content with this rent than me going and buying a house on interest, which is as good as waging war against Allah and His Messenger.
That's a false dichotomy. Even what?
I'm sorry. It's just like, of all things, of all freaking things, interest on a freaking like property or something. It's just amazing to me that this guy is essentially saying, I would rather 3 human beings that I brought into this world struggle harder than me make like 2% a year on end. Like, it's so stupid.
Yeah, but I know, but this, even if mortgages and interest were haram and wrong, and rent was the only way, dude, you could still rent a better place if you just move out of London. Like, this is not a fun.
I know. You don't have to
keep renting. Just move out of London and go to a smaller town and get a bigger house so your children don't have to suffer. Moron.
It's a major sin. So to me, which is as good as waging war against Allah and His Messenger.
You know, with 1,200, how big of a place you could get in a small town in the UK? You could get a major place. He's spending 1,200 because he wants to live in London.
It's a major sin. So to me, I am more than happy to be in a 1-bedroom flat for the rest of my life, even if it means I sleep on the sofa and my family sleep on the bed or I sleep on the floor. As long as we are pleasing Allah and He is happy with me, I don't give a damn what anybody says.
I thought if you have to make your children suffer and live in a small space with 3 children, like if that's what Islam makes you do, then fuck Islam. Seriously, fuck Islam.
Yeah, your moral compass is
sorry,
wrong. Like it's just not pointed in the right direction, bro. Like, I'm sorry, but there's no other way to say it. You're sitting here thinking you're doing yourself, you're making your family better, when in reality you're just torturing them. Like, ridiculous.
Right. Matt is saying, I live in a 1-bed flat in London, and I'm only paying £850 for rent and / mortgage. I hope he's not going to give Sneako real estate advice. That's good. That's a good one. But I'm almost sure that Matt is not living in a 1-bed flat with a wife and 3 kids. I'm pretty sure that's not what he's doing. And even if he's doing that, I'm sure he would be forced to because of a good reason. Because if you're making YouTube money, then you need to move out. Like, then you're mobile. You could be wherever you want.
And right, like he's admitting, Ali Dawah is admitting here. He's like, it's not that I don't have money. It's that I'm actively choosing not to do this, which makes it worse, bro. Which makes it worse.
If he has that much money, why can't he rent a better place? I don't understand it. Like, oh, I have so much money, I could buy a house, but I'm not buying it because of mortgage. Well, if you have so much money, then rent a bigger place. God damn it. What the fuck?
I don't care. The reason why I don't do that. However, if I had some money saved, if I was making some money and I had the means to buy a house, or there's different means of halal ways of buying a property, of course I would do that. I'm not going to say no to that because it's halal. Doing business is permissible. It's interest.
Rent a bigger place out in a town.
That is not permissible because it takes advantage of the weak and makes the poor poorer and the rich richer.
No, it doesn't. The entire economy of the world works on interest. Without interest,
it's just a
stupid
basic practice. It's just literally a basic practice.
Interest doesn't make people poorer. If you didn't have interest, nothing in the economy would work. You wouldn't have banking. You wouldn't have investments. You wouldn't have economies of scale. You wouldn't have factories. You wouldn't have food. You wouldn't have anything. You would be living in caves if we didn't have interest. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
oh my God.
It's just like the other way. Like, I get that. The other way, flip it. Interest on a loan, not necessarily, but definitely has been and can be used to take advantage of people in bad situations.
Yes.
But like interest on me giving you $1 million to go invest in crap, bro, that's just the basic standard practice. Like if that's
Why
not even
would I?
with money. That's just like, hey man, if you come help me move, I'll buy you pizza. Like you can think of that in the same way. It's like you get a little bit
How
more.
would you pool money together to build bigger things if there was no interest?
Right. If you didn't incentivize people by saying we're going to give you a cut of the profit that we make off it's just very stupid.
You know what some Muslims do? Like, okay, listen, we don't need interest. Okay. What we would do is we just put our money together.
All right.
And we will have a project, and then the profit of that project we will just share it with us.
You know,
and like
that sounds like interest. That sounds exactly. Wait. Armin, hang on. Does the share of the profit that the people get, is that based on the amount of money that they put into the project? Like if somebody puts in 10,000 versus somebody that puts in 50,000, the person that put in 50,000 gets a little bit more of the share of the profit, like a percentage based on that difference.
Right. Yeah. Pretty much.
Oh, that's interest. Oh, that's fucking interest.
Right. So, by the way, Danisha is making a good point. So I don't want to like belittle people who are struggling, like going through, like
absolutely.
Yeah. Like I'm talking about people who have choices, not about like Ali. Not Danisha is saying, as someone who lives in a 1-bedroom just outside of New York City, it's pretty expensive, but unlike Ali, I don't have choices. Yeah,
totally.
This is not exactly. So thank you for Danisha for mentioning that, because Ali is explaining that he has choices and he's not taking them.
Right.
He's deciding. He's making his children suffer because of Allah. Okay. Even though he can stop them from suffering, this is what I can say this with confidence. Ali sucks as a father because of Islam. This is what Islam does. Ali sucks as a father. He's a bad father because of Islam.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. Danisha is a good point. Yeah. All right, so continue.
Whole system that destroys you as a whole. And this is the reason why the economic system that we're in collapses here and there every now and then. So the Islamic principle, the way it's done, business is permissible. You can do business. You're a businessman, carry on doing business. But interest is not permissible, my dear brother. However, we'll speak of that, inshallah. And
there's no business without interest. They go hand by hand.
Please understand the blessings of God in a 1-bedroom flat. It is more beloved, and there'll be so much more blessings than being in a mansion at the displeasure of God. And there will be no blessing in that house. Now, I'm not saying if you've already bought a house, that's fine, because you didn't know. We're just talking about taking gradual steps and knowing and understanding. That's all I want to say, inshallah. And know that happiness, contentment, peace in the heart, blessings come from God, not how big your mansion or house is. And the risk means what? The queen has a massive palace, hundreds of bedrooms. She only gets to sleep in one. Many toilets. She gets to only defecate in one. Yes, she has so many foods to eat. She can only eat a certain amount, which means what? That is what has been written and dedicated to her by God.
Yeah.
Well, what the hell? Well, if you have one toilet and 4 people live in the house, then you need to. Your daughter is going to be like, Mommy, I need to pee, but there's like 3 people ahead of the, like you go from one extreme to another. Yes, sure. If I had 10 washrooms, maybe that would be too many. Okay. Yeah. But if I have 4 people in a house and only 1 bathroom, then that's like your own mini hell. Okay. Right. Imagine your kid, especially girls. Okay. You know how this is torture. Just because you don't have to live like a queen, it doesn't mean that I have to make my 3 daughters live like the hell that you have created for them. These are just because one extreme is not okay, that means your extreme is okay. God damn it.
And he's highlighting, he's laying this out, and I know he doesn't mean it like this, but he's laying out one of the most fundamental problems with religion, in my opinion. And I think you just did a phenomenal job of explaining it right there. Religion does this thing where it's like, hey, The situation that we're in right now is crap. Like, he even kind of admits that, right? He's like, I'm in a 1-bedroom flat with like 3 daughters and my wife and me. Like, he's saying that as if it's like, oh, this isn't a good situation, right? Right. Like, he even calls it suffering. He even says that it's
like,
suffering.
this is good. They see it as a suffering, as a blessing.
Okay. So what the religious do is they take that situation and they make a false dichotomy against this situation that is obvious excess. Just like you were talking about, like, dude, I've got like 12 bathrooms. That's ridiculous. That's not necessary. But then it's like, okay, so we don't have to go to that extreme, but can't we just make minor progress in the right direction? And the religious are like, no, don't do that. The moment you take any step towards that mansion and those 12 bathrooms, like, you're just a terrible person. And it's like, no, but I actually have a legitimate reason to have another bedroom, you know? And again, this is why we have to fight so hard to make the most basic of progresses, is because of the fact that religion is out there just actively telling people how terrible that is to step out of suffering. Like, that's literally what he said. He said, live your life in suffering because Allah likes you more when you do that. Gross.
Yeah. And actually, just to make that point, thank you so much, Danisha, for saying these comments, because these are very, very helpful.
Yeah.
Danisha is saying, bro, I've lived in a 1-bedroom and 1 bathroom with my mother. 2 of us, just 2 of them. Using the bathroom between us was a nightmare.
Yep.
I can't imagine sharing that with 4 other people. Yep. Thank you. See, this was a nightmare for Danisha.
Yep.
I don't know what the children of Ali Dawah are going through. Literally hell. Literally hell. If this is a nightmare, that must be hell. Horrible father. God damn it. I'm so glad. Oh my God.
Almighty. So the point is what?
I mean, I'm so sorry for the dog. I'm so glad I didn't have fathers like this. You know what I mean? This is like,
What? That is what has been written and dedicated to her by God Almighty. So the point is what? Let the blessing and the happiness and the contentment come from God. Even if you're sleeping on a sofa, you'll be happy, my brother. Understand that? And I'm looking forward to hearing from you.
Yeah, good luck with that. Try telling these celebrities to like live lives like that.
Have a nice discussion with you guys, inshallah. Take care. Till next time. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My brother Sneako, my brother Myron as well. I got love for you guys. Please understand. There's not everything.
He's got love for him,
you want either with myself, but just know it's nothing but love. I'm not here for the views and the money and this, that. Believe me, that's not the case. And till next time, my dear brothers, assalamu alaikum.
He's not for the views, Armin.
Strong, inshallah. Take care. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
He's not for the views. He's not for the money. That's why he came out so hard against the clearly un-Islamic things that Sneako is saying and doing. That's why Ali Dawah, who is known for saying, hey, look, I'm sorry if this bums you out, but it's just part of Islam. We kill you if you're an apostate, right?
Oh, yeah,
that person who is so devoutly Islamic, submitting so hard to the will of Allah. That's why he's coming so strong against Sneako here. You know, he's just being a good Muslim. Yeah, I think he really sold Islam to him. Yeah.
You're right. Like, I mean, keep doing this, Ali Dawah. Go tell these popular celebrity figures are like, Islam means suffering. Islam means Islam means suffering is a blessing. I mean, why are we doing even what we're doing? Like, we don't need to do what we do. Ali Dawah, just go keep telling people that Islam is suffering. Suffering is a blessing from Allah. I'm sure it will work out for people. I'm sure people will be running towards becoming Muslim. This is great. Great marketing.
That coupled with Daniel Hakikaju and his big kick on like child marriage lately, apparently. Like those 2 things together.
Oh, it's getting worse.
Y'all are going to bring so many people to this religion of peace and love and happiness. Yeah.
Actually, now that I have an idea for a secular justice video that we're going to do, okay? Because before we did this stream, me and Elliot were doing some recordings for some secular justice videos, and we showed some stuff that we thought these are the stuff that if people knew, they would be so disgusted with Islam that they wouldn't even give it a chance. Okay.
Yeah.
And I thought what I showed you was the top.
Really?
That was the.
But
yeah, but there's another thing.
No
I will
way.
not tell you. Yes.
Okay.
yes,
Yeah. Don't spoil it for me. Armin will bring it to me brand new. We'll bring it to y'all. It'll be great.
Guys,
like, yeah.
We are taking Islam out. Me and Elliot, we're now are doing recordings for the Secular Jihadist YouTube channel. So, guys, if you're not there, make sure you check out Secular Jihadist YouTube channel. We are going to be taking Islam out piece by piece, okay? And we already recorded a couple of videos. A couple of them are coming. We're going to be recording again next week. And I have something special, which is like knocks out Islam completely. So take out. Be ready for that.
We'll see, man.
Yeah.
I don't know, Armin. You know me. I'm a good skeptic. I wait. I see the evidence. There's so much out there that I've seen so far that is so wholesome and compassionate that comes from the Quran. It'll be shocking to me to find anything that's against human rights. Yeah.
No. I have something worse than against human rights.
Oh.
Okay. Women's rights, human rights, anti-LGBT stuff.
Okay, this is
homophobic
worse.
Stuff, trans stuff. This is worse.
We're teasing the crap out of our audience
worse
right
than,
now. Like we're just
beheading infidels,
Worse
setting
than
people
that?
on fire. Worse, setting people on fire, genocide, all of that.
Okay.
Worse than all of that.
You need to subscribe to Secular Jihadist, y'all.
Yeah,
I am excited to see what the heck this is.
I mean, I think you could guess.
Okay,
Like
all right.
something that will piss the thing that pisses people off the most, more than all of these things.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've got my thoughts,
right.
but I'm not going to say it now. I'm not going to do it
No,
now.
say.
Yeah.
Tell me when we go off air.
We'll wait.
Okay. All right, guys. Oh, like the stream and leave a comment after the show. Thank you to all the people who are YouTube members to this channel. Thank you for all the people who give us super chats during the stream. Thank you for people who like the show and leave comments. These things help us reach more people. Okay, and Denisha went and subbed there as well. Yeah, great. Woo. Awesome. Fantastic. All right, guys. Till next time. Bye.